This one should be interesting. This one should be interesting, chat. We've got a brand new setup. It's a little boring right now. All right? I know it's a little boring. There's not a whole lot going on with this new setup. We need to let the Discord know that we are live real quick, real quick before we start rambling too much. Let the Discord know that we are live because this is a very unexpected stream. But anyway, as I was saying, I know it's a little boring. The new setup's a little boring because there's not a whole lot going on. But hear me out. Somebody mentioned, okay, I was talking about getting a new webcam for the stream like a few days ago or something. Somebody on the stream mentioned, hey, Wonder Bro, you could totally use your nice Canon DSLR camera as a webcam. You know, that's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. Been messing around with it tonight, right? I figured it out. That is a thing. We can do that. So how do we look? How do we look, chat? I'm not really sure how this is coming across on your end, but to me it looks a whole lot better. A whole lot better. What's it look like to you guys, right? Let me know. Let me know in the chat because I've been working on this for like 3 hours. Do we look good? We looking good? Everything running smoothly. Can you see me better? Is the picture quality better? Right? Let me know. Let me know. What's up, Brian? What's up, George? What's up, Mike? What's up, Brenda? How goes it with the new background and everything, my dude? I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. What's up, Craig? Yeah, I'm working on it. So, before I was using a pretty basic webcam. I was using a pretty basic webcam, like 1080, just a Logitech webcam, like kind of outdated, pretty old webcam, and I've been wanting to update it. And like I said, somebody mentioned on the stream, hey, you can use your DSLR camera. I didn't know that was a thing. Apparently, that's a thing. So we're like, we're here now. So I need you guys to tell me, though. I need you to tell me, should I make any adjustments? Like, what do we need to do? Looking good. What's up, Mike? What's up, Giant? It's a little dark. Yeah, it is a little dark. Turn your brightness up. Turn your brightness up because the thing about it being a little dark is there's not a whole lot I can do about that until I get some better lighting. Uh, so for now, you might have to just crank the brightness up on your end. But what's the quality look like compared to my old streams? What does the quality look like? Does it look better? The motion looks super clean too. So that's the cool thing. That's the really cool thing, okay? I'm glad you said that. That's the really cool thing about using the DSLR. I can shoot in 60 FPS, right? I can shoot in 60 FPS. So it might be a little dark, but the motion should look super clean. This should all look super clean. This should be like 60 FPS right now. You shouldn't be able to miss anything, right? Right? So that's the cool thing about this. That is the cool thing. Who said that, by the way? Who told me in chat that you could do this? Because I want to personally thank them for letting me know. What's up, Mickey? What's up, Miller? I'm here, brother. What's up, Sanchez? How was the new Halloween movie? Was it good? Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. 20 times better, says George. Awesome, dude. Better quality, nice. It looks like we're in 2021 now. Yeah, it's about time. It's about time. We were in like 2015 Logitech webcam not even yesterday, so it's about time we had this upgrade. I wish I could figure out who said that because I want to thank them for the suggestion. I didn't know you could do this. Can you have anxiety with almost no fear but a truckload of body symptoms? Of course you can have anxiety and not be adding second fear. Of course. So you can be accepting, which it's going to happen. You're going to be accepting and you're still going to have a ton of symptoms, right? It takes the brain a little while to catch up. So of course that can happen. Of course. But yeah, so anyway, there's that. There's that. I might tweak it a little bit, work on it. There's still some things I got to learn about it. But other than that, I feel like we had a major upgrade here. I'm happy with it. I know the new setup's a little boring. The chat's like over there. I'm kind of like in the middle, and there's not a whole lot going on. But I just wanted it to be super clean while I add to it and while I work on it. So that's where we are. That's where we are. Anyway, let's see. How many people we got in chat right now? How many people do we got in chat? It would help if I brought up the comments on the second monitor. Go ahead and do that. So chat's starting to fill up a little bit. All right, anxiety recovery, guys. Anxiety recovery, building the accepting inner voice. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Anxiety recovery, building the accepting inner voice. All right, we're going to talk about how that's a lot like a muscle. We're going to talk about how acceptance is a lot like training a muscle, right? We're going to talk about the ups and downs that you might experience while you're going through this. We're going to talk about all that. But let's see. Can we go ahead and get started? It's super noticeable, like your tats look super cut out and all the other capture depth looks better. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, you can totally see my spooky skeleton finger tattoos a lot better now. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that and let's get started. So anxiety recovery, building the accepting inner voice. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know that we talk a lot about cutting out the second fear. What is second fear? Second fear is worry. What is worry? It is the thinking that you add to your anxious thoughts and feelings, right? Here's the problem with that. People can understand that. That's super easy. That's super straightforward. People get that. Okay? But here's where they fall short. They start to work on this new habit. They start to experience the thoughts, experience the feelings. They're like, okay, Wonder Bros said cut out worry, cut out second fear. I'm going to start to try to adopt an accepting mindset, an accepting attitude. So when the thoughts come, right, I'm going to remind myself, it is what it is. Not going to argue with it. It's fine. No big deal. You know, whatever it is that you remind yourself of. And when the feelings come, I'm going to embrace them. I'm going to accept them. I'm going to say, you know what, it is what it is. I'm going to go with it, right? People understand that. Here's the problem. They don't treat it like a practice. They don't treat it like building a muscle. So they sit around and they say to themselves when that thought comes, okay, it is what it is, not arguing with it. That's a great start. But they fall short because 2 seconds later, instead of treating it like a practice and treating it like building a muscle, they don't believe themselves when they use acceptance. Therefore, they go right back to the worry, right? So if we've got, and this is just, I'm pulling a random name here. I'm not talking about anybody in chat, but if we've got Bob, right? Let's take Bob for example. If Bob sits around and says, okay, when these thoughts and feelings come, I'm going to cut the worry. I'm just going to remind myself I accept it. It is what it is, whatever Bob wants to say. If Bob does that, and then 2 seconds later, Bob turns around and says, oh crap, screw this, I hate this, I can't deal with this, I hate this, I don't want to experience this is awful. If Bob uses acceptance and 2 seconds later he doesn't train that muscle, he doesn't keep it up, he doesn't continue to practice that, he goes back to the worry 2 seconds later, Bob is wasting his time, right? Well, I won't say that entirely, it's good practice, I guess, but my point is, you can't use acceptance and not treat it like a practice. You can't use acceptance and not treat it like building muscle, because if you treat it not like building muscle, you're going to try it one time and you're going to say, this is not for me. Let's go right back to the worry. Right? So if you're sitting there and you're applying acceptance and you give it like 2 seconds of your time and you go right back to the same bad habits that put you here to begin with, you're not treating it like a practice. And it very much is a practice. You're not treating it like building a muscle, and it very much is like building a muscle. You can't use it for 2 seconds later and then quit going to the gym, right? That's just our analogy here. So if I'm wanting to lose weight and gain muscle and get ripped and get buff, right? Do I hit the gym one time for 15 seconds and I say, oh, this is hard, this is not working, I don't have a six pack yet, and then I leave? What the fuck, right? I can't go to the gym saying I want a six pack, I want to be ripped, I want to be buff. I hit the weights for 15 seconds, leave the gym and say, you know what, this is too hard, I don't have a six pack, it's not for me, right? Not for me, can't do it. We can't do that. We can't do that. We very much have to treat, okay, and the title of this stream says accepting inner voice. We very much have to treat building that accepting inner voice like a practice. We very much have to treat building that accepting inner voice like a practice, like building muscle. Doesn't happen overnight. The first time you start to say it is what it is to these thoughts and feelings, the first time you cut that worry short and you switch it up and you say, you know what, bring it on if you like the more aggressive approach, whatever. The first time you start to do what we call the opposite of worry, right? It's not going to feel good. You're not going to get immediate results. Going back to our analogy, you're not going to be ripped with a six pack right away, right? And if you look at it not feeling good, and if you look at not having 100% results right away, and if you look at all these things and you say, screw it, it's not for me, and you go right back to adding the worry, right? No, no, we can't do that. We can't do that, right? And I see a lot of people fall short there. I see a lot of people fall short. You wouldn't believe how many people have come to me and said, Wonder Bro, that thought came and I said to that thought, it is what it is, but it didn't go away. Or Wonder Bro, that thought came and I said to that thought, you know, I don't care. If it happens, it happens, but it kept coming. Wonder Bro, that feeling came and I said to that feeling, you know what, bring it on. I got this, right? But the feeling kept coming. I said, well, of course it did. Of course it did. This is not an overnight thing. This is not something you do for 2 seconds and then leave it. This is a habit. This is a skill. This is a practice, right? And if you're looking at it as anything other than a practice, if you're looking at it as anything other than something you got to work on, then you're not looking at it the right way, because this is absolutely something that you got to work on, right? So if you're sitting there trying to apply cutting out the second fear and you still got the feelings, and then you go right back to, oh God, I still got the feelings, you're going from acceptance right back to the second fear. Now you're just going kind of back and forth. And that brings me to my next point, which that's normal. All right, I'm just going to level with you. I'm trying to point out your errors here, but that is normal, and that does happen at first. There is a lot of back and forth at first. So when you first start practicing acceptance, you're probably going to make that mistake, right? Let's be honest. You're probably going to make that mistake. You're probably going to be going back and forth a lot. You're probably going to be using acceptance for a bit and then switching back to worry. But we need to get you consistent, right? So first and foremost, that's normal. First and foremost, don't beat yourself up. I'm trying to point out your mistakes, but I also want you to know at the same time, a lot of people do make that mistake, right? So at first, there's going to be a lot of back and forth, but we want to get you to build your consistency. We want to get you to a point where you build that accepting inner voice, and 9 times out of 10, you're able to catch that worry before it gets too deep, pull yourself back, and switch right back to the accepting inner voice. We want to get you to a point where you can build that accepting inner voice, right? And that is a practice, that is a skill, that is something that takes repetitiveness, right? You've got to give it an effort, you got to give it a go. You got to catch that worry, you got to cut it short, and you got to build that accepting inner voice, right? So again, my main takeaways from this stream is it is a practice. It does take time, right? Also, you can't use it for 2 seconds, come to the conclusion that it's not for you, and go right back to the worry, because then we're definitely not going to get anywhere, right? So it is a practice. It is a skill that you have to work on. It is something that you got to build on, right? It's not something that happens overnight, and you very much have to look at it like training a muscle. You very much have to look at it as something that you're working on, something that you're building on. Sometimes you will catch yourself going down the worry route, and it's up to you. It is your responsibility to catch that and then switch back to acceptance, right? It's up to you to catch the second fear, cut it short, right? Mickey, thank you so much for that. Also, my alert box is apparently buried under everything else. Thank you for doing that, because I'm going to fix that right now. Thank you so much for that, Mickey. I'll get to that in just a second. So it very much is a practice. It very much is a skill that you're working on. You have to catch that second fear. You have to turn it back into acceptance. That's going to happen. And especially at first, it's going to feel like a tug of war. You're going to have your old you that you want to run back to. Worry, worry, worry. That's the old you. You got to catch the old you in the act and turn it into the new you, the accepting inner voice. That's what Dr. Claire Weeks called it. Now, just to clear up any confusion, right? Just to clear up any confusion, when we say the accepting inner voice, we're not saying that you should fight with the thoughts. Okay, he said accepting inner voice, so when these thoughts come, I'm going to try to prove them wrong, right? I'm going to get into this boxing contest with my thoughts. That is not what I mean by the accepting inner voice whatsoever. What I mean by the accepting inner voice is when you have these thoughts, when you have these feelings, you're able to catch yourself. If you start to do the worry, you're able to catch it, cut it short, and turn it into something short, sweet, and simple, like, you know what? It is what it is. If that thought happens, so be it. You know, you got a feeling, it is what it is. Bring it on. If you like the aggressive approach, the accepting inner voice means that you're no longer doing the worry. It doesn't mean to get up there and fight with it, because if that's the case, you're still doing the worry. The accepting inner voice simply means, right, when you have these anxious thoughts and feelings, you're able to cut the worry short. When you notice that you're doing it, you hold yourself responsible, you cut the worry short, and you change it into something short, sweet, acceptance, right? Bring it on if you like the aggressive approach, or it is what it is if you want to be more neutral about it. But you start to build this new mindset. You start to build, like the title of this stream says, your accepting inner voice. That takes work. That takes effort. So tonight we're really focusing on that that part of the two main keys. What are the two main keys to recovery? Live your life, do what you want to do, not what your anxiety wants you to do, and stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings. All that fighting happens up here, right? 9 times out of 10, all that fighting happens up here. So when we say in the two main keys, stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings, that's what we're referring to, right? All the fighting that you're doing up here, all the what, chat, aka all the what, all the worry, right? So building what Dr. Claire Weeks called the accepting inner voice is what we're talking about when we say stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings. Instead, just have that accepting inner voice. Notice when you're doing the worry, cut it short. Build that accepting inner voice instead. And what? What is our second main key? Then live your life. The two things together, perfect formula. The two things together are going to show your brain that the danger is not real. The two things together is going to rewire your brain. It's going to take you from having this anxious, worn out, stressed out brain and nervous system to being the person that you want to be. But guess what? It takes a conscious effort. If we're being honest here, and we have to be honest. If we can't be honest with ourselves, we can forget about making progress. So we have to be honest here, right? And I'm not trying to call anybody out, but we have to be honest. How many people watch the streams and they say, okay, live my life, all right, I'm going to try to be productive today, do some things. He said I could do small things, all right, I'll do some things, and stop fighting with my thoughts and feelings. He said when these thoughts come or when these feelings come, just say it is what it is. It's okay. I let it happen. I don't care. He said to cut the worry short. Okay, I can do that. It's going to take some work, but okay, I can do that. And then as soon as the stream goes off, they're right back to what? Google. Google. How to get over anxiety. How to stop negative thoughts. And then they're on Reddit. And then they're on Reddit. And you know what happens? You know what happens, chat? 4 a.m. rolls around. 4 a.m. rolls around. And here we are. We're on Reddit still. We've read every one of these fucking Reddit posts already about 6 million fucking times. But we're back on Reddit. We're back on Reddit. We're scrolling. We're reading the same bullshit that we've read for years. We're worrying. The whole time we're worrying. Oh, God, all these thoughts. Fuck, this sucks. All these feelings come. Oh, shit, I fucking hate this. I hate this. Oh, shit, Wonder Bro posted a new stream. Let's go watch it. I'm going to watch it. An hour later, I walk away from this stream. Okay, he told me when these thoughts come, just say it is what it is. Every time these thoughts come, just it is what it is. Don't fight with them. Live my life. That's simple. Got it. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. 15 minutes later. Oh, fuck, I fucking hate this. No, that thought won't happen. That thought won't happen. Oh, God. What if it does happen? I need a plan B here. See, we're not going to get anywhere, right? We're not going to get anywhere if that's the case. And I'm not trying to shame you for it. I'm not trying to shame you for it. I'm just trying to hold you responsible. I'm not trying to shame you for it because I was that guy. I'm not trying to shame you for it because I did that for a very long time myself. I'm guilty of it, right? I'm just trying to point out to you what you're doing, right? The advice is very simple. The advice is as straightforward as it could possibly be. I couldn't make the advice any more simple than it already is. The reason that we still have people not quite there, and don't get me wrong, we have a lot of success in this chat. There are so many people that come in here daily talking about how great their new lives are. But the reason not everybody is quite there yet, okay, and granted, some people probably just need more time. It takes time, right, to retrain your brain. But the reason some people are still struggling, okay, is because they absorb the advice, but there's not much of an effort going on to use it. Right? So if we're not treating this like a practice, if we're not treating this like building a muscle, even though you're not going to see instant results, you still work on the practice, building that accepting inner voice. If you're not doing that, we got to get you honest. We got to get you honest because if we can't get you honest, we can't get any further. We can't get any further. So this is a moment where I want you to do some self-reflection and be honest with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I understand what Wonder Bro's saying. And I know you understand because it couldn't be any easier to understand. I know what Wonder Bro's saying. How much of an effort am I putting in? I know what Wonder Bro's saying. How much of an effort am I giving it? Right? It's time to be honest so that we can move forward. It's time to be honest so that we can make progress, right? So working on building that accepting inner voice definitely takes work. And while you work on building that accepting inner voice, which we already discussed how that's done, right? You catch the worry in the act. When you start to do that habit, switch it to a nice little accepting reminder, get on with your day. While you're working on that, live your life. This is the two main keys. And if you live by this, you're going to be golden. If you live by this, you'll recover. If you live by this, you're going to be where you want to be very, very soon. However, if we cannot be honest, if you cannot say to yourself, yes, I'm making an effort, then it's time to make an effort. If you can't look in the mirror and say, yes, I'm doing what he's telling me to do, right? You've chosen to come here. You've chosen to watch the streams. If you can't look in the mirror and say, yes, I'm giving this an effort, well, then we found the problem. And that's okay. I'm not trying to shame you for it. I just want to point it out to you. That way we can get going, right? So, whew, that was a mouthful. And with all that being said, chat, I think this was an excellent stream to break in the new setup, the new camera. I'm happy with it. Show of hands who enjoyed today's stream. So that's going to be it right there, guys. You got to look at it like a practice. You got to look at it like building a muscle, and you got to work for it. If you're not working for it, we need to get you on board. We need to get you making a little bit more of an effort. You can't just absorb the information and not use it. You can't just, that's like you can't get on YouTube and watch videos on how to build muscle and then not go to the gym, right? It's not going to work, right? So, hopefully you enjoyed today's stream, or tonight's stream rather. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I know this was a very random one, but I'm glad you guys came out for it, and I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. By the way, I didn't forget about you, Mickey. Mickey coming in with a $15 tip. I was mid-rant, so I didn't get to address that, but thank you so much, Mickey, for the $15 tip. I truly appreciate you. Yes, we are on a 50-day. We are on a 50-day streak, chat. Isn't that absolutely insane? I don't know what else to say about that. 50 days, man. 50 days. You guys, wow. I don't know what else to say about that. Absolutely amazing. 50-day streak. Mickey with the $15 tip. Let's show her some love in the chat. Carlos says, thanks, Wonder Bro. Have a good morning. I appreciate that, Carlos. Thanks for watching, dude. George said, I just binge watch the streams while going to bed and reflecting on how I can make my accepting pattern stronger. It's been almost 3 months, but I feel like I'm finally breaking it for good. All thanks to the biggest of homies, Wonder Bro. I appreciate that, George. I'm glad you're doing better, man. Mickey says, hell no, I'm done with that Googling junk. Yeah, so, I mean, that was just a little funny example, right? I just wanted to give a little funny example, but, even if we're not necessarily doing Google or Reddit or whatever it is you guys like to go and obsess over, right? My favorite was Google, sometimes Reddit. But even if you're not necessarily doing that, you can still be doing a lot of obsession up here, right? We need to be honest, we need to work on that. George says, not my man's Bob. He's struggling with anxiety. Rip Bob. Keep the second fear away, homie. My OCD wants to reason everything. When I do something that makes me happy, my brain comes up with, why are you doing, for whom, why not for others, for what? My head feel cloudy. So accept all that and don't get involved. Because the moment you get involved in that boxing contest and you try to reason with it, figure it out, investigate it, look deep into it, that's the moment you start to get lost. Right? That's the moment you start to feel the fire, and it's the moment that you start to get lost, and it's the moment that you start to go down the rabbit hole. Can you leave these questions unanswered? It's going to make you feel uncomfortable, especially at first, to leave these questions unanswered, to leave these thoughts unanswered. Can you do that? If you can work on doing that, I promise you're going to take your foot off the gas, right? But we got to get you to the point where you spot yourself trying to answer these thoughts and instead cutting yourself short and saying no more. Right? It is what it is. And we got to get you doing that on a repetitive basis. If we can get you doing that, you'll make progress. Yo, what's up, man? University student. I'm really late on the comments, by the way. University student here struggling but making great recovery. Love from Sweden. That's awesome, dude. Keep it up. I believe that was from Michael. Keep it up, dude. Can anxiety cause symptoms that you can't even explain at all, ones that no one else gets? Believe me, you're not the only one. You're suffering from what we call, oh God, I'm the only one syndrome, right? Which is the biggest bullshit lie that anxiety kind of puts on you. You're not the only one. Believe me, every single person in this chat that's ever suffered from anxiety, especially sensitization, which is just very tired nerves, has felt the way you felt in one way or another. So when you say, can anxiety give you symptoms that no one else gets? That's just a load of horse shit that your mind is giving you. Believe me, every single person in this chat has once upon a time fell for the whole, oh God, I'm the only one to experience this bullshit, right? You're not the only one. I promise you are not the only one. Anxiety can isolate you like that, but I'm telling you, every single person in this chat has once felt the way that you felt. Right? That is just the biggest load of anxiety bullshit. And I think, like I said, everybody has fell for that once upon a time. Sanchez says, "Wonder Bro, the live sign you have on Amazon, is it for the streams when you're live?" Anywho, it's on its way, brother. Thank you so much, dude. I'm assuming you just got me the live sign from my Amazon wish list. I appreciate that, man. Those packages do come straight to my house. I appreciate it. You've sent Nova some treats and a squeaky toy before in the past. She absolutely loved it. Thank you so much for that, Sanchez. I don't even remember exactly what that sign was. I just know that I added it because I really need one. But yes, to answer your question, it is for the streams. It is for the streams. I have a plan to put that bad boy like over in a corner somewhere, maybe over. I don't know how exactly I'm going to do that with all the crap that's already behind me, but I'll figure it out. Thank you so much for that, dude. I really appreciate it. Let me go and see exactly which one you're talking about. Maybe I can figure it out. I'm not sure. Um, oh, okay. Okay, now I see. Yes. Yes. So that bad boy is going to go ideally right here. It's like the circular one. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. That's going to go like right here. Thank you for that. Thank you. I definitely appreciate the clear vid capture of the stream. I love seeing the enthusiasm in Big Homie's face. That's probably the biggest driving factor of why I love the stream. You know that Wonder Bro cares about you. I'm glad that you're enjoying the new quality, dude. I'm loving it. This looks so good. This looks so good compared to what we had before. It looks so much better. Some of you might not be able to see it right now, but just go back and watch one of my older streams like after this one's over. Go back and watch one of my older streams, and you'll see. You'll see what an improvement. Hi, Wonder Bro. What's up, Edward? Got myself into a lot of stuff. People thought I was crazy. It was unbelievable for me to hear this message, dude. I'm glad you're turning it around, man. Keep it up. That's why I do what I do. Yeah, thank you. When I learned to deal with thoughts, my OCD shifted to feelings. It started to give me false feelings to things I love. I fell for it. Created problems that didn't exist. It happens, but you know the advice applies to thoughts and feelings, so keep it up. You are the best Wonder Bro. I like the new quality. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. Like I said, I still need to like mess with a few things, fiddle with a few different settings to try to get it to look its best, but this this compared to what it used to be, mm, 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 amazing. Look at this. Look at this. You can actually see, right? Where, here we go. Everything's reversed. You can actually see that I have a palm tattoo. You couldn't see that before on that blurry piece of shit webcam that I used for like 3 years. You would not be able to see that because it's super faded. Never get a palm tattoo. It's a horrible idea. It's extremely painful and it doesn't last. Um, So, there you go. That's some advice for you right there. But you can actually see that shit. There's no way you could have seen that before. True, the quality is crazy on this one. Awesome setup and 60 FPS, man. So like you're not going to miss any of this going on. You see? You see cuz we're at 60 FPS, which means all my movements super smooth, right? Look at that. That is crisp, man. That is fucking crisp. And you know what the best part about this is? It was super easy to do. It was super easy to do. Like it took a lot less effort than I thought it would. I mean, granted, it did take me a while to kind of figure a few things out, but for the most part, it was super easy to do. What was the tattoo on the hand? I'll give you one look at it. Can you figure it out? You're not going to be able to figure that out. Probably not. If anyone can guess that, I'd be very surprised. They hurt the most. They look cool though. I mean, like hand tattoos in general hurt pretty bad. I won't lie. Maybe it's just me, but hand tattoos in general I think hurt pretty bad. Especially the palm. The palm was horrible and honestly just not worth it at all because, like I said, it doesn't last. It like fades away in a month. So I don't know. Not worth it. Turn on some tunes. You're right, dude. We do need some tunes. Let's get it. Let's get it. And you know, since we've got this new camera quality, I've been thinking about breaking out the mic again, the standalone mic on the mic arm, and just improving that while we're at it. And Sanchez just hooked us up with the Amazon wish list and got us the live sign, so we're going to be able to put that in the back somewhere. We're moving up, chat. We're moving up. All right, let's get some music going. I hate this song. I actually can't stand that song. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Not the broken mic arm. No, no. Actually, wait, which one are you? No, no. I know what you're referring to. That mic arm did break, and we eventually got another one, but due to me changing my setup, I had nowhere to put it, so we never set it up. But I will figure something out. If we're doing all this improving around here, I will figure something out. See, the only thing I don't like about this is that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's like two black boxes, rectangles here. Not sure why that's happening. Not sure why that's happening. That's the only thing I don't like about this. I might be able to crop it out though. Let's see. I'm like 90% sure there's a way to crop it out. It's a certain key combination. It's a certain key combination you have to do. Okay, let me see. I might have just figured it out. There we go. There we go, chat. Hopefully this doesn't hurt the quality too much, stretching it back out like this. I don't know. I feel like that hurt the quality a little bit. You guys think that hurt the quality a little bit? I got rid of the black boxes or whatever, but did that hurt the quality? Should I like bring it back in? I feel like it hurt the quality a little bit. Oh God. If it looks good to you guys, that's all I care about. I think that's good. I think that's good. Like, it might not be perfect, but compared to the old shitty webcam that we was using, like this is huge. All right, cool, cool. We got rid of the we got rid of the shit. These are like uneven as fuck. It just takes a sec to re-render. Okay, like refocus. All right, got you. What was the worst diagnosis you got for anxiety? I only been to the doctor a handful of times, right? I never had like the health anxiety where I would rush to the ER or rush to the doctor and shit like that. Like that was never my thing. I just kind of suffered in silence and drove myself batshit crazy. But I never was one to do the whole run to the doctor thing and ER and all that, so I didn't get a bunch of crazy diagnoses. I was told that I had anxiety a handful of times when I was younger, and that was pretty much it for me. I never went back, right? I never went back. They tried to put me on meds. I got diagnosed a handful of times, nothing crazy, but I stopped going. I never went back. So the health anxiety thing, run into the ER, rush into the hospital, rush into every doctor under the sun, that was never my thing. I was more of like sitting in a corner and driving myself crazy in a room in the dark by myself. That was my thing. But so I can't say I ever got a terrible diagnosis or anything like that. Sanchez, man, keeping the Halloween spirit alive, dude. I didn't want to get rid of the Halloween theme necessarily, but since I was doing like all this upgrading or whatever to the stream, I was kind of just like, I need something clean to work with, right? I need something clean to work with, so I just wiped it all and went for this very clean background, just until I could figure some things out. Let's see, I need to adjust this just a bit. Not the spiders, dude. I can't stand spiders. See, like there's like a few settings I can adjust, but I really don't want to mess with it that much. Because I feel like it looks solid, so I don't want to fuck with anything and then end up screwing it up. But see, what we could do, we could take the chat box and pull that up a little bit. There we go, that's better. I thought about bringing back the stream MVP, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I'll mix it up a little bit and find what works eventually in time. Let's see. I do like the tip ticker. Give people some credit. When you had anxiety, did things you used to feel wrong for no reason, like everything you do feels wrong and wanting to know why and basically following the trap? Well, yeah, because you're consumed, right? That's a good way to put it. You're consumed. You're too worried about the way that you feel. You're too worried about the thoughts that you have, and you do what we call add second fear, right? Which is why you're here. You do the worry. You do the investigation. You dive way too deep with these thoughts and feelings, and before you know it, you're all over the place, and guess what? You never leave with any answers, right? That's the ironic thing. You do all of this obsession, all of this worry, all of this investigation into these thoughts and feelings, but you never leave with any answers. Have you noticed that? You never do. You never leave with any answers. You only leave with more stress. So really, acceptance is about letting go of the need to investigate every thought and every feeling, right? So absolutely, you keep going down those rabbit holes long enough and you're going to feel like everything is wrong or like nothing feels right, and you're going to feel confused because you're stressed. You're so stressed. You are so stressed from all of this investigation that you're trying to do with these anxious thoughts and feelings, and there's no investigation needed because they're all just misfires in your amygdala. That's it. On a physical level, that's it. That's all these negative intrusive thoughts are. That's all these feelings are. That's all that's happening. Misfires in your brain. But you spend so much time investigating what we call worrying, and you just stress yourself out, and you make your brain even more tired. You make your nerves even more tired. Then it seems like it's worse, right? And now you're just in this big cycle, feeling shitty, worrying, feeling shitty, worrying, feeling shitty, worrying, right? When all that's happening is you've got a amygdala that's misfiring these thoughts and feelings, and if you would just leave it alone and not do the investigation, right, your body and mind could relax and balance could come back, right? So really, at the end of the day, acceptance is about getting out of your own way. It's about getting out of your own way. Bring back the attack helicopter, my favorite stream of all time. That image is holy. Dude, that's when I was rocking the green screen. That's when I was rocking the cheap-ass green screen. I remember what you're talking. I remember exactly what you're talking about, actually. That was funny. That was funny. I enjoyed that. I feel like there needs to be something over here. We've got chat on this side. Feel like there needs to be something over here. Don't know what exactly. What could we put there? Like, there's nothing in particular that I can think of that would actually fit there and be okay. And look okay. I'm trying to brainstorm. The only thing about the green screen, George, is that in order to use a green screen, you have to have hella good lighting. Like, you have to light that shit up, right? You have to light that shit up. So the problem with the green screen is, unless you're wanting to sit in like a very well lit area, which can be hard to do, it can be hard on the eyes for an entire hour. Unless you're wanting to sit in like the pearly gates, it's hard to use the green screen. You don't light that shit up appropriately and it starts to look like ass. The Nova icon, I could throw the Nova icon over there, you're right. Hold up. Let's see how that looks. Let's see how that looks. Where's that at? Where's my Nova GIF at? It's in here somewhere. Here we go. I feel like it just looks weird, like right there. I don't know, I feel like it's more of a corner piece. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like more of a corner piece like that. It still looks good there. We'll keep it. Wonder Bro, check out the Wim Hof method. Is that the guy that takes like ice showers like cold showers? Because I did that once out of curiosity and fucking hated it. I'll just be honest with you. Like, it might work for you or whatever. Like, it might help if you combine that with acceptance or whatever. I don't know. But for me, I tried it out of curiosity, right? And because I heard people talking about it, just to see how I felt about it. I wasn't even sensitized at the time. I just wanted to see what it was like. And I hated it. I hated it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just can't do the cold. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was going to pass out. I'm just being honest. Maybe I'm not good with the cold. I don't know, but it wasn't for me. Maybe I'm just a puss. Maybe that's what it is. Hey, I salute anybody who can take a cold ass shower like that and just be okay with it. FBK, dude, thank you so much for the $10 tip, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. FBK putting us at what, 25? Thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. You've supported the channel for a while now, and I really do appreciate that. So, huge shout out to FBK, huge shout out to Mickey. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you. Show them some love in the chat. You need more Wonder Bro fan art like an insignia. That would be baller for the space under Nova. And Wim Hof does gene hacking by using breathing exercises. He did the longest time in ice and Arctic swimming. Yeah, I know. The guy does a lot of different things, but his main thing is like cold, like swimming in showers and stuff, and then using a certain breathing exercise while you do it. I don't really know. I know that I tried a cold shower once and I hated it. That's all I know. I wasn't, granted, I wasn't doing the breathing exercise that he recommends, so maybe that's where I went wrong. I don't know. Hey Wonder Bro, do you do streams on Facebook? I do not. I do not stream on Facebook. YouTube is the only platform that I currently stream on. So I do have other social media like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter page. I have a TikTok under Vacate Fear. So I've got all that good stuff, but YouTube is the only platform that I actually stream on. Maybe that'll change in the future. I don't know. Great stream, Wonder Bro. Thank you for helping. Thank you for watching, Perp. I really appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying this stream, please take a moment to hit the like button. It really does help the channel grow, and I would really appreciate it. We're at like 10.2k subs right now, so if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, man. Help me out. It only takes a second. I'd love to keep you. I'd love to have you around. Join up. Join up. Like under ice sheets, and he also ran through the valley of death, no brakes or water, because he's a mad lad. He sounds like a mad lad, dude. I don't know. He says that it all has to do something with that breathing exercise, right? I don't know. I don't know about all that. Yeah, cold showers, you got to balls to the wall to make them suck less. Some peeps, I can't read, apparently. It helps some, it just sucks LMAO like I used to, but they just too much. Yeah, I don't know, it's just never for me. It was just never for me. What's up, Ghost? His thoughts linked to anxiety, did you ever have them? They can be. They can be. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you exactly, but I can say that it is common, yes. But anytime someone brings that up, I have no choice but to say, speak to a professional if you feel like that's a serious thing that's like actually being considered in your mind, right? If it's more of an intrusive thing, understandable, that's common with anxiety. But if it's more of something like a serious desire, right? Reach out to somebody. 50-day streak, man, congrats. Wasn't able to be on the stream in a while. Yeah, we're on a 50-day streak, dude, and so far we're 25 of 50. We might be moving on to a 51-day streak by the end of this stream. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah, hacking the brain and oxygen intake regulation, but I'm not trying to do all that for real. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Stick to acceptance. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Thank you again, Sanchez. Shout out, dude. Thank you again for getting me the live sign off the Amazon wish list. I will definitely, if possible, if I can figure out a way to put it back here, I will do that. I'm sure it shouldn't be too difficult, even if I gotta like hang it, right? Because I got this thing up, which is just like a fabric poster and some lights, so I can't like nail it up or whatever, but maybe I can hang it from something, you know what I mean? Sanchez, dude. Sanchez, man, just talking about you. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Let me make sure that is okay. Sanchez, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, man. What's that put us at? 45. I think we are going to move on to this 51-day streak. I was just bragging about you buying the LED, the sign or whatever, and then you come in with a $20 tip on top of that. Thank you so much, dude. Give me a hug, bro. Give me a hug. Bring it in. Bring it in. Come on. Come on, all of you. All of you. Big hug. Big hug. I appreciate you. What DPI do you use on your mouse? I'm not sure exactly, but I don't use the super insane one. I use like it's somewhere in the middle. I don't know exactly, but I know that there's like a super insane, really quick one. I can't handle all that shit. And there's a really slow one. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle. My boy Sanchez, you are my boy. It's gonna look good. It is, and like I said, I can't exactly put it to the wall with all this going on, but I could hang it from something. You know what I mean? I could hang it from something. FBK, dude. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much, chat. I appreciate you guys. You know what? I like having this better quality setup because now you can see the gratitude in my face and in my heart. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. That takes us to 55, chat, which means we broke tip goal, which means we're moving on to a 51 day streak. Insane. Absolutely insane, chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I love you guys. Seriously, seriously. I know we joke a lot here. That's what we do. We joke. We give each other shit. That's what we do, right? But seriously, thank you so much. You guys have no idea how much it helps me, how much you have no idea. All right? So just thank you so much. 51 day streak, absolutely insane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tip goal as the base drops. Nice. I didn't even realize that. 1600 maybe, possibly. I don't know. Where do you go to check that? Where do you go to check the DPI? She makes decisions that I don't really agree with. She's safe, but I'm concerned about her. My parents are also concerned. So at the end of the day, you can only do so much, you know? And I know that sounds kind of like weird to say, but at the end of the day, is that not true? You can only do so much for the people you love. You can try to point them in the right direction. You can try to give them what you think is the right advice. But at the end of the day, you can only do so much. And it's important to remember that because you're important too, right? It's great that you want to help people, and I admire you for that. You should always try to do that, right? You should always try to be that good person. But at the end of the day, you do have to take care of yourself too. Sitting around and worrying about it and obsessing about it is not only not helping your sister, but it's also making you worse off. Sam, dude. Sam just coming in and just adding to the pot here, man, with the $5 tip. Everybody give Sam a round of applause in the chat. Thank you so much, chat. That rounds us up to 60, man. We've broke tip goal. Thank you guys so much. Let's take a moment and spam the chat for a bit. I want everyone in here to participate. Don't you sit out on me, all right? I see you. Don't you sit out on me. We need to show our tippers some love, man, because they don't have to do this. This is optional. They could sit here and listen to the streams all day long and not do this, but they choose to do it. So we deserve to show, they deserve to be seen some love, right? So let's get the emojis in the chat. Let's spam the chat full of the emojis. Just, I want a wall of emoji going on here. Any emoji that you want to use. I don't care which one you use. Just fucking go for it. We need to show our tippers some love, man. They brought us to 51 days. A 51-day streak. I think we can take a few seconds to spam the chat and show them some love. I think we can do that. That sounds fair, right? Can we do that? Let's see. I want to see you guys make that happen. Don't know if I can forgive myself. Well, it's not something that you would need to forgive yourself for because it has nothing to do with you. Like I said, you can only do what you can do. Outside of that, it's out of your hands. You know, it's out of your hands. But if you want a second opinion on that, absolutely you should do that. I love to see it. Love to see all the emojis in chat. I want to see your choices of emojis here. And if you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm too anxious, I don't feel like spamming emojis in the chat, then you're not using acceptance. You should be saying, okay, I'm okay with feeling anxious. I'm okay with having these thoughts. I'm going to participate in life anyway, and I'm going to spam this fucking chat with emojis, right? That's acceptance. So I want to see them. No excuses here. No excuses. I love it. I love it. Interesting choice of emoji, Sam. I'm for it, man. I'm all for it. George coming in with the interesting choice. With the interesting choice there. Sanchez always with the Halloween related emojis. Like, hey, dude, like I said, that's your job. That's your job. You got to stay on top of that. Without giving any spoilers for those of you who have not seen it and want to see it, what did you think? I asked you this earlier. I didn't see your comment. What did you think about the new that new Halloween movie? Did you like it, Sanchez? You think it was good? Ugh. I thought it was decent. I thought it was decent. Where are we at? Oh my god, you know what I just realized? Hold on. Hold on. Are you close to Trey Jones? No, we don't really know each other. Um, we've spoke a few times, but no, we're definitely not close like that. Wonder Bro, when there are times I am unable to do something, I always wonder, gee, I hope I'm not forgetting something that could have helped her, you know what I mean? So you're obsessing is what you're telling me, and that's what we don't want you to do. Naughty, naughty. Let's get back on track. You're fighting back and forth with the mind that says, yeah, but what, and then you're coming back and you're saying, yeah, yeah, and then you're getting into this pissing contest and now you're stressed out. And not only does that not help your sister, but now you're also going backwards, right? You see how this is always, you see how worry is always no good? You see how worry always sends you back, not forward, no matter what it's about? No matter what it's about? You had to do it. You had to do it, Sanchez. You had to do it. I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't even considering that. That's been a few days ago, right? So it wasn't even on my mind, but Sanchez with the $9 tip. And then I did the math real quick. I'm like, $9, that's an odd tip amount. But now it all makes sense because we're at 69. We're at 69. Sanchez, dude, thank you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, dude. I was like, $9, that's weird. $9, that's an odd thing to tip. But once I did the math, I'm like, all right, yeah, I see what you're doing. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. Welcome. Hey, what bro? Does your panic attacks ever come with some really slow heartbeats? So some people call them skipped heartbeats, which can, sorry, Jesus, which can be common. Can be common. Yeah, Sanchez is on the Discord. He's not like super active on there from what I know, but he's on there. Also, guys, speaking of the Discord, You guys need to take advantage of the request a roll chat, because I feel like there's a ton of you on there who deserve, like, who should have the donator badge and stuff like that, which are, it's just bragging rights when you get these badges, but I feel like I'm missing people left and right that are on the Discord that should have the donator badge and all that good stuff. You got to let me know, because you know, granted, there is a lot of you, and I can't really keep up with it. So you got to reach out over on the Discord under Request a Roll. Let me know you need your rolls, and I will do my best to give them to you. Oh my God, you're up when I'm up. I'm up when you're up, and I got a brand new camera, and we're in 60 FPS, and life is good. Dirty number time. Leave it up to Sanchez, dude. Sanchez, that's not the first time he's done that. He has rounded it up, well, not rounded, but he has put us up to 69 more times than once. That's his thing. That's his thing. I'm not complaining, you know? I'm not complaining. That's his thing. I'll be more active on the Discord. You don't have to be. I don't think it's never a bad thing when somebody's not active on the Discord. They're probably too busy living, right? But it's okay, you know, if you want to step in every now and then and just say hey to everybody. We'd love to have you. What comes after 69? Mouthwash. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. Nah, man. Mouthwash does not come after 69. You're supposed to let that... Never mind. Never mind. Not trying to get banned. Looking great for sure. Awesome new camera. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. When I look back, I can see I became a better person after meeting my dear friends. I was always happy about it, but now I'm feeling anxiety and guilt for no reason, but I love them. Is it a false feeling? You're investigating too much. Stop trying to figure out if the feelings are false. Stop trying to figure out if the thoughts are this, if the thoughts are that. I promise you will not disappear off the face of the earth if you leave these anxious thoughts and feelings alone. I promise you will not just turn into a zombie if you leave these thoughts and feelings alone. I promise nothing will happen if you leave these anxious thoughts and feelings alone, except for healing. Except for healing. That's what'll happen, right? But you gotta go for it. So you're doing all this investigation, all this obsession. How far is it getting you? Are you making any grand conclusions? No, you're not. You're not, right? So let's get you back on track. If there's something in your life that needs attention, you'll know. If there's something in your life that needs attention, something in your life that you can take action against, you will know. I promise. Other than that, let's let it go. Let's let it go. Dirty Sanchez. The Dirty Sanchez. That's your new nickname, dude. I'm never going to forget that one. I'm always going to call you that now. Wonder Bro, once you told me the 2 main keys are all I need to recover, that sounds too good to be true. Well, you'll never know because you'll never try it, apparently. Just kidding. I'm being sarcastic, but try it, dude. Try it. Find out. You won't be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. Try it, and I mean genuinely try it. I don't mean try it for a day, but I mean when you're anxious and you're having these thoughts and feelings and the worry comes, you cut that worry short, switch to acceptance, and you live your life. The 2 main keys, try it, see what happens. And I mean give it a fair try. I don't mean give it a day try. I don't mean give it 2 days. I mean give it a fair try and see what happens. And actually do it. And actually do it, right? So you say, it sounds too good to be true. Well, you'll never know, not unless you try it. Let's switch over to post stream, which by the way is still Halloween themed. Also, I apologize if that sounded aggressive, Kevin. I just want you out of this shit so bad it hurts. And I wish you'd give it a try. I wish you'd at least give it a try. I want that for you, but you're going to have to want it for yourself too. Alright, I've got to have a smoke chat. It's been like, what, an hour? 2 hours? Man, that's a long time for me, believe it or not. Most people hear that, they're probably like, what? That's a long time. Yeah, that's a long time for me. Alright, chat, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Ugh. All right, chat. All right, I hotboxed the shit out of that so I could get back to you guys. So excuse me as I stumble back in here, lightheaded as fuck. Oh no, what is it doing? Is it broken? Did we break it? Oh no. Oh no. We'll fix it. We'll fix it, don't worry about it. Okay, interesting. That's interesting. So apparently, if you switch screens, it does this. What if I hit deactivate and then activate? Maybe that'll do it. Ruh-roh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, this is interesting. Don't worry, we can fix this. We can fix this, chat. Oh, okay, that'll do it. No wonder. That'll do it. That'll do it every time. Yeah, a dead camera. That'll fucking do it. That'll fucking do it right there, chat. The camera dying will. That'll fucking do it. All right. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna have to figure out. How exactly I can charge the camera while streaming. Granted, I only charged it about 40% before starting the stream because I didn't know this was going to go on this long. So that's all that's happened here. The camera has died. There's got to be a way to charge the camera while I'm streaming. I'm sure I can figure that out. Quick Google search. How to charge with USB cable. Okay, so there is apparently a certain cable that you can buy to do that. Alright, cool. Cool. I'll have to buy that. Definitely. But see, that shouldn't be a problem. That normally should not be a problem because, like I said, I started the stream only after charging it like maybe halfway. It was not on a full charge. I just didn't think we'd be here for an hour and 10 minutes, so I didn't give it a full charge. But if I give it a full charge, there's no way it won't last for the hour streams or whatever. Like, it should be fine. So I'll remember that for next time. Go into the streams with a fully charged battery. Noted. Noted for next time. Go into the streams with a fully charged battery. That's the only thing about the camera. That is the only thing about using the camera. You've got a battery. It's not just plugged straight in. So let's pop that bad boy out. Put the camera back on the tripod. There we go. And throw this into the charger. Alright, battery's on charge, so next stream we'll have a fully charged battery and we shouldn't run into this issue. Can you use the camera while it's plugged in? So basically, in order to use the camera as a webcam, I have it plugged into the computer with a USB cable. That USB cable does not charge the internal battery, though, of the camera. It just makes it to where it's like communicating with the PC. It doesn't actually charge the camera. So in order to charge the camera, I have to actually take the battery out and put it into a battery pack charger. It's a Canon camera, like you would use for photography. So it's not like something you plug in to charge. You have to take the battery completely out. But like I said, next time I'll come into it with a fully charged battery, and this won't happen ever again. So we're learning here. Yeah, I do too. I wish that was a thing, and I don't know. I think if you buy a certain kind of cable, it can be a thing. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I'm sure it can if you buy a certain kind of cable, which I should definitely look into. But yeah. What is going on? Maddie, you literally just missed it. I've got a new camera, a really good camera, crystal clear quality, right? But you just missed it because the stream's getting ready to end and my battery died because I came into it with like a 40% charged battery. I didn't think I'd be here this long. So you just missed it. But don't worry, you can always watch it later, and next time this won't be an issue. But you came at the wrong time. Wrong time. Horrible timing, actually. In fact, your timing couldn't have been any worse. But hello and welcome. But the good news is, Maddie, everything is working very nicely. And yeah, we've got a totally new setup here. I wish you could see it. You'll be able to see it next time. Alright guys, we are an hour 15 into this thing, man, and since the camera's dead, bummer, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But thank you guys so much for an awesome stream. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. And thank you for another streak, right? 51-day streak, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Am going to shut it down. Let's listen to our song. We'll end with our song. But again, thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'm sure I'll see you very, very soon. Until next time, as always, stay awesome. I'd rather die. Did it die? Yeah. Did it. We got a fucking ad, chat. We got a fucking ad. The music, just give it a second. Die. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer. I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No, did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never
make her stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict. I'm a low life, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting. Don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored. Careful what you wishing for. I'm a stone cold killer.